Hi, everyone. Welcome to Soul Connections. I'm your host, Polly Jo Labbe, here on the YouTube channel, Trinity Temple of Sacred Wisdom. Thanks for being here tonight. It is some interesting energy out there. I'm sure we're all feeling that. So one of the great things is every Tuesday night, we reconnect with our soul, with our higher self, with our spiritual teams, our angels, and our guides. And we get clear information, clarity, get out of the angst, get out of the panic, and actually ground our energy into the moment so we can take conscious action in our lives rather than being in a state of reaction, because that can be so exhausting. And so here we are, we're gathered in this lovely community, and we're going to connect through a healing meditation, helping us really align our energy and clear any of the garbage out from the environment around us or anything that we're ready to let go of. And I invite your spiritual teams to come in and assist us and give us some messages for you. And one of the ways I share messages is that I pull cards for us after the meditation. So for those of you who've been here, I'm sure you already know the drill. You just have to type in yes, please, and I'll be happy to do a reading for you to see what's up this upcoming week. And so our deck tonight is the Chakra Insight Oracle by Caryn Sangster. And, this is a great one when our energy systems are fluctuating a little bit. It's helpful to know which chakras need a little help, a little assistance, or which ones are really trying to work harder for what we want to have and experience in our lives. So not only do we get a message, but we get to see which energy center it's focused in. And it's always fun for me to share those because of my energy healing work that I do. I'm already keen and tapped into that energy, so it's helpful for me to be able to just spit it all out and share it with you. So thanks for being with us. And so we're going to start with our meditation, and I'm going to invite you to just get really comfy, make sure your arms and legs are uncrossed, and just really connect with the surface that you're sitting on or lying on, and just allow that surface as earth energy to support you. Your muscles have done a great job, your bones, all of that, they've worked really hard. But like right now, let's just take a couple of deep breaths and let our body sink into the surface supporting us. And just begin by letting the tension slide off your shoulders, slide off your neck. Feeling the back of the chair supporting you, or feeling the floor, the bed. Just really allowing yourself to be held in this moment. And feeling the support under your hips and your buttocks. Allowing those wonderful muscles in your hamstrings and your thighs as well, all of them to just relax. All the tension melt out of there, melt out of your lower back, melt out of your middle back, even your shoulders, your biceps, your arms, your hands, your feet, all of them allow the energy to just relax. And we're going to invite in our spiritual teams, our angels, our guides, our ancestors, the star beings, the animals, the mystical creatures, all divine, of the highest, fullest, and brightest vibrations available to us. We're going to welcome them in to connect with us this evening, knowing that they're connected to us at all times, but just gently bringing that focus, attention, and awareness into this moment and inviting them to come closer so we can sense them, know them, experience them. And we're going to ask the divine energy to help us create a sacred bubble of love and light surrounding our entire energy field so that we have this safe cocoon to do our healing work this evening in. And maybe even put a second cocoon of love and light around the room that you're in, the building, the space, just so you have an extra layer of protection so that inner child can feel nice and safe, supported, and secure in this moment. And as always, we set the intention that the healing work and messages received here are for the good of all and harm to none, which includes ourselves. And we're going to start by really bringing our energy back from the future. Any ways we have been worried about what might be, what could be, what's possible, and just bring all of that worry and anxiety back into this moment of now so that we can heal it all in this moment. And also bringing any energy we have from our past. Anything that's anchoring us to old beliefs, old patterns, old trauma, just bringing all that energy forward so that all versions of ourselves are right here in this present moment now. And we're going to invite in Archangel Metatron or Ascended Master Enoch to begin by helping us activate our tree of life. Coming down through our crown, just allowing that beautiful thick tree trunk to hold our chakras, hold our body, our spine, letting us feel the thickness and the sturdiness that comes when we activate our tree. And letting our muscles relax and our organs relax as the tree trunk holds our energy for us as it moves down through our entire body. And as it begins to get close to our feet, allowing the roots of our tree to go deep and wide, going as deep and as wide as we need to feel safe and secure, sturdy. And inviting our roots to reconnect with our earth star chakra beneath our feet. That connection to the divine feminine and grandmother earth. That place and connection of nurturing, kindness, love, and support. And inviting that golden honey energy to move up through our roots, filling us with the nutrients of compassion, love, understanding, forgiveness. And checking in on our root chakra, just below our tailbone, checking the color red that it is. How vibrant is it? How is it spinning? Does the energy feel full and bright? Or does it feel a bit wobbly? And releasing any energy that has this chakra spinning more slowly or in any ways that it has collapsed from the pressures of family, work, finances, life experiences. Filling up that foundation with that nurturing Grandmother Earth. Feeling held, supported, seen, and understood. And moving into our sacral chakra just below the belly button. Checking in to see how that orange, juicy chakra is looking and feeling in this moment. How vibrant is the orange? Can it be lighter? Can it be brighter? Is it spinning gently? And releasing all the cords of attachment that we have to people, places, and things. Knowing that all connections that are in pure love and pure light will stay connected. Just allowing any of that toxic, negative energy to just dump and release, composting into the earth as new and brilliant creative energy. Balancing out our water energy so that it feels in the flow, going in and out in gentle movement. And bringing our focus and our awareness into our third chakra in the solar plexus, just beneath the rib cage. And checking out our personal sun. Is it yellow and gold and white? Are there any clouds blocking your sun? Is there any heaviness pushing down on your sun so that it feels difficult to shine brightly? Breaking apart any of these burdens, responsibilities, anything that has us questioning ourselves, interfering with our self-confidence, our self-worth, our self-esteem. Dissolving the anxiety, the worry, the resentment, and a big push for the righteous anger. Knowing that the righteous anger is good for us to experience. So when we know things are not right with our truth, not aligned with our truth, it is time to take action, but not holding on to them. Because we want to release any dis-ease that energy may be holding. Bringing your focus and awareness up into your heart chakra and just noticing if you see the greens or the pinks or the two swirling together. Does your heart feel light and bright or heavy and congested? Really allowing the divine feminine energy to nourish, support, restore, and fill that beautiful heart. Fill it with kindness and compassion. Reminding us how to do that with ourselves first, so that we may authentically share it with others. allowing that heart beam to radiate out like a beacon of light in every direction, knowing that it is safe in this moment to allow that heart to shine into any darkness that we may be experiencing, or maybe someone else that we know is experiencing, lightening and brightening the energy, the emotions, the sensations. And moving into the throat chakra, and looking at all the brilliant blues that are swirling together here. How many different ones are you experiencing? And each blue is a piece of your creative expression, a piece of your authenticity, a piece of who you truly are, and the ways you're meant to share that with the world, the way you're meant to experience joy, ways to expand your communication so that not only do you speak clearly, but you are heard and understood, and you are able to do the same for others. Releasing any blocks that cause miscommunication. And filling in all the places where your creative artistry wants to be seen and expressed, the ways your inner child wants to share the magic and the wonder of the life that you lead. And moving into the third eye, into the center of the forehead, and noticing the deep blues and purples and whites all gathered together here to help form our intuition, form our perception, bringing balance into that beautiful thinking brain, balancing logic and intuition, creating harmony between the two, clearing away any of those spinning thoughts that have been swirling around, knowing that you can pick them up when you're ready. But just in this moment, giving your whole energy system a moment of peace and tranquility. And moving up to the crown chakra, experiencing the energy of the divine flow and just allowing a little more room to expand that connection. Releasing any doubt, releasing any mistrust that you may have experienced or are experiencing. Opening the petals for deeper communication. And reconnecting our crown to our soul star chakra at the base of our higher self. Letting that connection to the divine energy begin to flow even more steadily through us and even to wash over us, washing away any energy we chose to dissolve, transmute, and release. Filling in all the nooks and crannies of our energy system with that beautiful love and light, the masculine and the feminine intertwined throughout our energy field. in all ways imaginable. And inviting that energy to also move out through all the layers of our aura, strengthening our immune system, strengthening our personal boundaries, strengthening our sense of self, and even strengthening and connecting to our past lives in any ways that that energy is impacting us in this moment. Feeling our deep connection to the divine above, Grandmother Earth below, and even connecting to the beautiful sun energy at the center of our galaxy, the center of our solar system, connecting our whole solar system to the galaxy that is ours, feeling the rhythm and the dance through the cosmos, the movement, the connection, the vibration, and the flow. Inviting our spiritual teams to share any messages with us in this moment. Any guidance or wisdom. We also invite them to share during the card readings tonight, through our dream time, through the symbolism, through numbers and music, our animal friends, helping us hold on to that conscious awareness of that open communication. And leaving that communication open so that we can continue to connect more fully for as long as we are willing and able. We're going to gently bring our attention and our awareness back into the present moment, back into the room or the space that we're in. Just start by feeling your connection to whatever surface is holding you. Feeling your fingers, feeling your feet, your toes wiggling, stretching, feeling your clothes on your body, maybe some sounds in the background. Maybe there's some smells in the air of yummy food, incense or candles. And just gently bring yourself back. Feel like you can stretch or yawn, whatever you might need. Nice. Welcome back, everyone. It was a nice little journey. So our messages tonight are going to be through our Oracle deck, the Chakra Insight Oracle by Caryn Sangster. And if you would like me to draw a card for you and give you a message, all you have to do is type in yes, please. And I'd love to share the insight with you. And just know that I pull cards for everyone who asks, but I don't pull cards if you don't ask, because I respect your boundaries on that. So let's see what Spirit wants to share with us tonight. Oh! Yes, happy birthday, Bernadette. I love it. So let's see who's got messages for you. I'm not sure who. Let's see the message, and then maybe that the who will come through. For me, I sense spirit in energy signatures, so I can tell you the colors, but that may not be helpful for you. But we'll see who's here. So your card is visualization. And visualization, you can see all the purples. It's connected to your third eye. And for this, it says, using your imagination, your focus, your experience, all to create manifestation. So, in this energy of manifestation, many of us have heard of the law of attraction, what you think, you create. And when we're looking to change, which the only way to evolve is to change, we have to start using intention in our creating, right? And so what I'm sensing for you is that, that whenever we have a birth year come up, right, we're in a brand new energy. So starting tomorrow, you've got a whole new year. It's almost like a whole new chapter of your life. I don't know which birthday it is, but that no matter what year it is, it's a whole new cycle for you. So like your stars are all aligned and you're ready to birth a new thing around it. So the imagination comes in when we let our inner child play with that. And so what I'm seeing is, hey, it's her birthday. Let your inner child have her birthday, cake, candles, confetti, presents, whatever it takes. And let yourself play in your birthday as a young one. Because when we allow that to happen, we access all this joy. And when we're in that childhood joy, or childish joy, or child joy, I'm not sure how it wants to be phrased, that's when our ancestors come in, because they remember that and they recognize that. And I'm sensing a number, 3 women and 1 man, and they're so excited that it's like another time around the sun for you. And they're all here to celebrate with you, them and your spiritual team, your spiritual guides. And in this place of your new year, allow yourself to dream big. And I know you do, because, you're all about big dreams and helping people access them, realize them, experience them. And we're great at doing it for other people, but make sure we're doing it for ourselves too. So you want to think about, how can I manifest in the 4th and 5th dimension, as opposed to just the law of attraction. And part of that is using all of your senses. You want to feel it, you want to smell it, you want to see it, you want to taste it, and you want to hear it. All of the pieces of your dream realized, because guess what? It's already realized. It just hasn't reached you yet. So they're inviting you to do some more deep imagination, more play with it, maybe do some drawing or vision boarding or something like that. And allow yourself to have, not only just tomorrow as your birthday, but like take this whole week to like celebrate yourself, celebrate your accomplishments, celebrate all the ways that you are you and you are special. And you're going to have lots of little synchronicities, lots of ways you're going to be remembering your loved ones who are in spirit, because they're all here and ready. Look for pennies, look for white feathers, because those are some of the signals. And I guess there's a bird or two that you might want to keep an eye out for. I'm not getting a clean hit on what that is, but my grandmother comes in with a cardinal, and my grandfather I see either with a hawk or a pheasant. So um, start looking for those patterns this week because they're here, they're ready to connect and work with you. And have a fantastic birthday week because you deserve it. Thanks for being here, sweetie. Nice. Yeah, some birthdays are tough, but this is one that you're meant to celebrate and play with your kids like you're a kid too. That's one of the best things. Nice. I love that. I love that. Bring out that mermaid. All right, Kevin. Nice to have you. All right, yours is a 6th chakra one as well. So yours is insight. You can see that the purple is a little bit lighter. I don't know, maybe you can't trust me, it's a little tiny bit lighter. And so on this one, it's insight. And the insight card is about understanding, awakening awareness, and self-evaluation. So this is a card for like looking inward. And what that means is we're not looking to be critical at all. Judgment energy is all over the planet. Do not do that to ourselves. And we have all done it, but it's time to stop that. Stop bullying ourselves, stop the abuse, start in yourself. And so in the self-evaluation, it's like, where would I like more joy in my life? What things would I love to experience? Sometimes it's like, make some, people talk about making a bucket list, and that can be a little overwhelming. But you could pick like things that you want to do this year or things that you want to do this spring. And maybe there are little things that you could look at inside of you. It's like, okay, what part of me is healing right now? And having compassion and understanding for, the pain and the hurt that we've gone through and that we needed it. Certainly didn't enjoy it, but we needed it to evolve and grow our spirit. But now we're in this place of like, how do I stretch out of that? So looking at ways that you can do that, and maybe it's time for you to find a spiritual mentor, that can help with that process. Because the deeper we have wisdom about ourselves and we can connect with that, that really deep knowing, then we stop questioning our decisions. We stop asking other people for their opinion all the time. And we start to build trust back with ourselves, trusting our gut, trusting what comes in for our own information. And, having somebody who can hold space and help you reinforce that ability, it can do wonders and really expand your horizons. And it feels like you're ready. So be on the lookout for that. Sounds perfect for you. Happy for you, Kevin. Have a great week. Hi, Stacy. Oh, another purple card. Except yours is the crown chakra. Yours is even lighter. And so what I'm getting for you around the crown chakra is, you're connected. Your crown chakra is great. And it's one of those things where sometimes our inner self gets panicky that we're so connected. And so it creates all these distractions like, oh my gosh, Chicken Little, like the sky is falling, I've got to do this. And oh my gosh, I've got to, and so we get into this panicky, like, oh my gosh, I've got to do something. And it's like, but that's not our divine spirit, right? Our divine spirit is like, show me the solution. Because what we do will be easy. When we're in our full connection and we're grounded and we take action, it is easy. That is the thing that we can look for in anything we're doing. If we're struggling with it, if it's just, like we're pushing and pushing, let it go for now, because it means it's not time, or we're not approaching it the right way, or we don't have enough insight, or have we checked with our spiritual team on how do I fix this situation, or how do I change these circumstances? Don't change it with your brain, change it with your heart. Your heart first signals you that things aren't okay, but then our brain starts trying to figure out how they're not okay. And that is not divine inspiration. You say, okay, show me. Show me how. And yeah, sometimes we've got to get quiet and let that come in, especially that part that's like running and running and running and wanting to take care of things and wanting to do things. And they're in this little bit of a panic. It's like, breathe, breathe, breathe. And know that the answer is right there. But you have to sit still long enough for it to get to you. And sit still long enough for you to hear it, feel it, experience it. And any action you take should be a piece of cake. That's how we use our crown chakra. We use it to be the source of information that we need, the wisdom that we need to move through our life with grace. So get into that place, use that crown chakra, release that I don't know, it's like it feels like Chicken Little running around and release whatever that is, because that's not helping you in the moment, and invite the divine energy to come in and give you some true wisdom and guidance. There you go, sweetheart. Have a great week. Oh, you are very welcome, Kevin. You're welcome, Bernadette. Thank you for being here. Barbara, nice to have you. What is this? We're all in the upper chakras. So yours is the third eye chakra, which we've been talking about with the other two prior to Stacy. They're all in the purples. So the third eye chakra is our center of perception. How do we perceive? And in the perception, it's all of our feelings, plus our intuition, plus the information stored in our mind, in our brain. All of them come together and they make a decision about our reality, which may be true and it may not be true. It may be distorted. It may be slightly true, but the thing is, because we all have different life experiences, everybody's mind is slightly different. And we are going to perceive the exact same situation differently. But when we tap into the third eye and we tap into the intuition and we let our spiritual teams guide us, we expand our perception to more than just what we're feeling. We take in everything together as a whole. And from that whole, we gather the wisdom. And there's a difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is what the mind knows and has already experienced. Wisdom is when the knowledge is infused with the divine energy and the divine higher wisdom. The wisdom of the cosmos, the wisdom of everything that is. And so you're being invited, as most of us are, I guess, that tonight, to really use that more deeply. And part of it is our minds are so good at playing games, and they're so good at freaking out, and they're so good at saying, oh my gosh, all is wrong in the world, and they often have difficulty focusing on what's good and what's right and what's positive. And so backing up and taking a breath and using our intuition to help show us the bigger picture so that we can be in a space of love, not fear. And fear really is just the absence of love. So imagine if we could fill love into all the fears that are around the planet, infusing them with love energy, infusing them with compassion, infusing them with kindness and acceptance. It would shift quite a lot. But we can only start with ourselves. So shift within yourselves. Fill yourself with love, kindness, and compassion. Let your inner wisdom come through and speak to you, guide you, and model that for other people around you so that they can feel in a place of love, compassion, and safety, just being in your presence. Great. Wonderful for all of us. Thank you, Barbara. Have a great week. Totally Chicken Little. You're welcome. You're welcome. Hi, Deanna, my emoji girl. Finally, we have another chakra. So yours is the root chakra. It's all about home. I love that he's all cuddled up in his little hammock there. And the root chakra in this card is about shelter and safety, that kind of nurturing energy, that warmth. And it's just feeling good in our space, feeling good in our physical body. Being in a place where we can take a deep breath and just let it all hang out. And remember that home isn't a place, it's a sensation, it's a feeling inside of us. It's that feeling of security, it's that feeling of safety. And we can feel at home anywhere on the planet, just like we can feel alone even when we're in a crowded room, right? So you're being invited to look at what is your sort of snuggle comfort energy, and maybe bring a little bit of extra into this week, maybe a little self-nurturing, maybe a little napping, maybe some reading or listening to music. It's like this sense of like being relaxed and allowing yourself to relax and allowing yourself space to just hang out, and not do anything. It's and just feel snugly warm. It's the feel. I'm sensing like this really snuggly blanket and some like comfy slippers or clothes, and it's just like it's very textural for me, like that sense of like, yeah, just snuggly. Like if you could climb inside a stuffed animal, and just like have it on, that's what it kind of feels like. But part of that feeling is just like, whew, I'm home. I can relax. I got nothing on my plate, nothing to do. I can just chill. I can binge watch whatever I want. I can have whatever snacks I want because I take care of me and I don't have to look to anyone to take care of me. Even though it's nice to have someone take care of us, but it's that I got this. And just notice any ways where you're feeling uncomfortable and look at ways to ease that back into a place of a sense of home. that'll be like an indicator for you of what maybe needs to shift just a tiny bit, because it's not a big discomfort. It's just a little one in a couple places. And so just take a look at that and snuggle in this week. Sounds nice. Have a great week, sweetie. Ellen, of course. All right, we have the throat chakra for you. It's the honesty card. Truth, transparency, sincerity, and communication. Oh boy. So the key is in the throat, right? And when we're honest with ourselves, then we're honest with other people. And one of the biggest things in relationships is being able to just speak your truth. That transparency, that no secrets, just truth. And when we feel like we can't be that, then we hold back some of our own energy, and we are not doing a service to ourselves, and we're not doing a service to anyone we're in relationship with, because we're not showing up authentically for them, because we're not showing up authentically for ourselves. And when we can expand to our truth and use our communication to be in that truthfulness, in that sincerity, and lots of times we don't say things because we don't want to hurt somebody's feelings, or we don't want things to change. But things are constantly changing, and the more we hold on and don't change, the more pain and suffering we're creating for ourselves. And because we're doing that for ourselves, we're doing it for anyone we're connected to, anyone we're in relationship with. And we all know that relationships that are not based in truth and are filled with lies, they don't work. They implode. And it doesn't mean that you can't shift it and you can't switch it. You can. But it takes that courage and that tenacity to go, okay, I'm just going to speak my truth. Even if the other person has trouble hearing it, that's okay. Because I need to start loving myself enough to be true to what myself needs and what myself wants. And so start by opening up communication with you, your inner self, your inner child, and feeling that integrity. Where does my honesty, where does my truth, where does my integrity line lie? And what in my life is out of alignment, and how can I get it back? Sometimes it's like little white lies, or we just don't quite tell people the truth. But all of those start to add up, and we feel it in ourselves because it feels kind of icky and it feels kind of sticky. And so it's time for a fresh start. Fresh voice, fresh communication. Speak up and make room for change, because change is always for the better. We don't realize it, but if we, rather than suffering the way it is, and it's good enough for now, or making do, choose not to suffer. Choose to experience more out of life, because you deserve it. We all do. And it all starts by using that throat and speaking up and speaking your truth. Love you, dear. Have a great rest of your week. It doesn't feel good when we avoid it. It really doesn't. I've been there. Makes my stomach hurt. It gets so tense. It impacts how we sleep, how we eat, it doesn't feel good. Hi, Mary. Nice to have you. All right. You got a hot card. So this is the sexuality card. Openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. It's a pretty hot second chakra there, all that orange. So in the sexuality, like lots of times people, um, we hold back. We restrain who we are or how we want to experience our sensations. Um, and it can be how we experience love. It can be how we experience connection. Um, but it's about that give and take energy. It's about that sharing, that open sharing. Just like open communication is important. When we shield who we are or how we feel, or we hold back, the ways we want to express ourselves in our sensual being. Um, what rings through is that inauthenticity. And so we can be a sexual being even without a partner, because we are. And sexual energy is our creative juices. That's how we create life, right? And but it's also how we create our dreams. It's how we create our business plans. And so in that place of like vulnerability and being open and naked, it's like it means more than the skin layer. It means, are you having these moments where you're like so able to be authentically sharing that it's you share the vulnerability, you share that sense of connection, and you honor the truth of who you are, and that you love every part of you. And there's so much beauty that comes with that connection, because it's seeing the beauty in another and the other seeing a beauty in you. And even if it's in something like a business relationship, it's like when somebody gets you and you're able to get them, I mean, it just takes your energy and your relationship to a higher level. So relax into your sexual being. Be a little more playful with it. And, you know, because when we feel caught and reserved, sometimes we're just holding back. I had a very good friend in energy medicine school who had a very strict religious upbringing, and she had a very difficult time with this. She was married, but had a difficult time with it because there were all these thoughts in her heads around that sexuality. And when we were talking about how to be playful, she came to me and said, I don't have any idea how to do that. And I said, well, okay, just what does your underwear look like? And so she said everything was white. She only wore white. And I said, well, maybe step out of your comfort zone and buy something a different color. And just see how that feels. And she did. She went and she bought a very light pink, but she felt flirty and she felt like herself. And it caused a ripple effect into all different things because she started to relax and have fun in more areas of her life because she was feeling more confident and secure in her own body. And how cool is that? We all deserve that. So lean into that and see how that comes out for you. All right. Thanks, Mary. Hi, Jackie. Nice to have you here. All right. You've got the throat chakra. So this one is the will card. And it's expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. And so, many people think that our will center is in our third chakra, because we use it to push through and make things happen. But what this card is talking about is the using our will to assist our throat, to sort of push out those things that are hard to say, like be more assertive, really lead and take direction, in go where you want to go, and doing it so that you're the one in control, you know? Our control energy all falls in our jaw. And so sometimes we feel when we're feeling out of control, we clench our teeth or we grind them or our jaw gets really tight. And that's just letting us know that we're not relaxed. We're not feeling in control of our own life and what's going on around us. And so when we tap into that will, we all have it, we all have free will, and we use the fuel from will to help us really express what we need to. Be very direct in like, this is what I need and this is how I need it. And, many times we are, empathic, we're intuitive, and, most of us here are gentle, and so we're like, well, could you please maybe if this, and it's very wishy-washy. And so people will say no. And then we're startled, but we go, okay. But instead, it's like being in that place where it's just being clear communication. This is what I need. Clear communication on yes, on no. And using that will to hold tight to your decisions. Hold tight to what's important to you. If something's not important to you, do not say yes for it. Make sure that you're saying yes to yourself. Yes to what you want, not people pleasing some other people. Now, it may be a little bit of a slow journey. May feel a little bit like a turtle. But we often have to set these assertive boundaries repeatedly before people understand that we mean business. But that doesn't mean we don't do it. It means that we have the resilience and the strength and the persistence of that beautiful turtle, and we just keep moving forward. And you have that ability, and absolutely use it. And speaking your truth does not make you a bad person. It makes you decisive. And people actually respect that once they get used to it. All right, my dear, have a really great week. Thank you for joining us. All right, Rob, finish us off. All right, so you got the base chakra, the root chakra. Very similar to Deanna. And what I'm sensing for you is that, a lot of your life is coming full circle right now. And what I'm sensing is that you're really creating a new foundation. You're in this place where you're creating a new root chakra. And we can upgrade our root chakra anytime we need to, any of our chakras. And we do that by investigating what's hanging out in that chakra, what's not working, what needs fortification, what needs strengthening. And in the root chakra, it's about creating this home, the safe environment that feels like home, safe environment for you to live in your physical body and feel at home and safe there, and creating a work environment for yourself that is healthy. That's one that you're working on right now. And so it's inviting you to just recreate your sense of who you are and that groundedness of what are your beliefs? What are your values? What are your truths? Rooting those in and allowing that to build and create a brand new foundation for you. And we all can do it if we want to. So thanks for sharing that, Rob, being here tonight. Thank you, everyone, for being present. I'm really excited you were here with me this evening. Welcome back next week on Tuesday for our next edition of Soul Connections. And just so you know, don't forget to like and subscribe Yes, thanks, Rob. The links are in the description. And also, Wisdom of the Ancients, our new version, our new episode of that will be coming out on the 1st at 7 p.m. And boy, it was a doozy this time. So I really invite you to take a look at what the channeled messages that are there. They're also on our same channel. And with that, you guys, have a great rest of your week and bye for now.